What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be debunking misconceptions about fertility. You know, there are so many couples out there trying to get a child, and because of this there are lots of false information flying about, and people really want to get this child, and they tend to fall for these false informations. If you want to know the ones that are false and the ones that are true, the informations that you should actually listen to and the ones that you should not listen to, today on this channel I'm going to be debunking myths. I'm going to be talking about facts about fertility. So stick with me, continue watching this video, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and drop a comment below. I am Dr. Amarachi Ijeoma, a fertility physician. So if I get a Nigerian naira for every time I have heard that lime causes infertility, or oh no, don't take lime, don't take lemon, have you gotten children yet, you won't be able to have children, no, this is not true. Please, it is not scientifically proven. I think it stems from the fact that lime has an acidic taste, and I mean, acids are corrosive, so they just automatically believe, oh, you're taking acid into your body and it will affect fertility. This is not true. It's not scientifically proven. This is a myth. Lying down on the bed after having sex and then raising your legs up in the air and waiting for 30 minutes to 1 hour after sex is a myth. It is a myth. This is because it takes only about 6 seconds for the best sperm that would actually swim all the way to the fundus of the womb into the tubes to do the work. It takes only about 6 seconds. So when you stand up and then sperm trickles down your thighs, it is normal, because the ones that are going to do the work has already gone up in 6 seconds. So the ones that are remaining, that are trickling down your thigh, it's not really, they're not necessary, it's not needed, it's not necessary for you to stay back in bed. This is a myth. Too much exercise can affect fertility. This is true and false. It is false because when you do exercise in normal intensity, with normal intensity, it doesn't affect fertility. But it will affect fertility when you do too much exercise. When you do like too much too soon, when you're overdoing it, it affects fertility. In men, when you're doing too much physical exercise, as well as taking steroids or all those anabolic agents, it can cause reduction in the size of your testes, which will also cause reduction in semen volume and in reduction in sperm count. In women, it can cause your period to cease, as in to stop your menstruation. And when there's no menstruation, there's no ovulation. And when there's no ovulation, there's no pregnancy. So this is true and this is also false, because just do it in normal intensity, with normal intensity. When you're trying to have a child, when you're trying to conceive, do exercise with normal intensity. It is true that age reduces fertility, both in men and in women. For women, fertility starts to decline at mid-30s, and by the time a woman is above 37, fertility rapidly drops. And this also happens to the quality of the egg. There's reduction in the number of egg, there is reduction in the quality of the egg. For men, once a man gets to 40, fertility starts to decline. There's reduction in semen volume and motility. So age affects fertility both in man and woman. Women aren't always the cause of infertility. As in 1/3 of all cases of infertility is caused by the woman. Another 1/3 is caused by the man. And the remainder is actually caused by both the man and the woman, or it's unexplained fertility. What I just said in summary means that of all cases of infertility, men and women have equal cases of infertility. For example, if a couple is trying to get pregnant and then they go for investigations, they go to see their gynecologist, and the gynecologist is going taking them through investigations and evaluation, you'll find out that 1/3 of all cases, if there are 10 couples, about 3 of the couples, it will be the woman's fault, the other 3 will be the man. Then the remaining 4 is either the man and the woman that actually have fertility issues, or unexplained. By unexplained, I simply mean that the man and the woman has gone through series of investigations and then they didn't find anything wrong with them. There was no cause for the infertility. It's called unexplained fertility. So this is not always the fault of the woman. Infertility is defined as the inability to conceive a child after regular penetrative sexual intercourse after 1 year, after 12 months. So if you are a new couple, or if you are just newly trying to achieve pregnancy, to get a child, to conceive, and it's not up to 12 months, it is not termed infertility. However, there's an exception, and the exception is in women older than 35 years old. So if you're older than 35 years old, 35 and above, the definition of infertility changes. It's now the inability to achieve conception, the inability to conceive a child after regular penetrative sexual intercourse after 6 months. So that's where the exception is, in women 35 and above. Yes, being overweight affects fertility in both men and women. In women, it can impair the quality of the eggs, and this can result to reduced implantation and pregnancy rates. In men, being overweight can cause impaired semen quality. So by the time you do a semen analysis to check for the function of your sperm, some of the parameters will be not so good, and this can actually cause infertility. It can prevent you from actually getting a woman pregnant, and it can also cause sexual dysfunction in men. Yeah, you might want to ask, how will you know if you're overweight? That's simply done by a calculation of, it's called body mass index. Going forward, I'll refer to it as BMI. So for you to calculate your BMI, it is your weight in kilograms over your height in meters square. So by the time you check your weight in kilogram, you divide it by your height in meters square. Then once it is greater than 25 kilogram per meter square, you are overweight. So how do you want to go about this? Just diet and exercise, and don't forget normal intensity of exercise. Yes, being underweight can affect fertility in both men and women. In women, it can cause your menstruation to cease, and like I said earlier, once there's no menstruation, there's no ovulation. Once there's no ovulation, there's no pregnancy. In men, being underweight studies have shown that being underweight can cause reduction in sperm count, sperm motility, sperm concentration. How do you know you're underweight? You're underweight when your BMI is less than 18 kilogram per meter square. If you've enjoyed this video so far, if you found it informative, if you've learned one or two, please like this video, drop a comment below. I will reply, I would answer questions, and subscribe to my channel. See you next week.